Friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be doing a TBR, MBR. This is going to be my first TBR in a few months, I think, and it's going to be my introduction to coming back to filming. And it's a perfect month to come back to because the lovely Becca from the Becca Fowl is running the readathon May the TBR with you for another year, and I'm really excited. I've already done my roles. I will just to start off. The whole time I was doing the roles, I was calling Jeffa. Apologies to all Star Wars fans everywhere. I did have my glasses on, actually on my eyeballs, whilst I was playing the game, but I mistook the D for a P, and just, it is what it is. So just ignore the fact that I call it Jeffa for the whole of the roles. It's Jeddah. And that is that on that. First off, what we're going to do is pick some 12 books, 12 prompts, 12 friends, 12 thingamajiggies, because I've not done this for a couple of months. So let's just pick two. Shall we? We shall. Let me just... I don't even know who I've got left. I have been so not on it this year. Pick one. Two. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's been. I don't know what I don't know. Well, I do, but I don't. But it's brain goblins. But anyway, number one, we have Emma. Whoop woo. Her book was Quicksilver, and a book with a one-word title. So the prompt and the book is just perfect. Perfect. I can use the same prompt. And then what's the next one? Meg, Divine Rivals. Okay. And the prompt is book from an author you gave 5 stars to in 2024. So, this is the one I'm going to have to get Meg to help out with, because I realised that I read Divine Rivals in the beginning of the year when I was doing reading Meg and Chloe Rex, forgetting that Meg had put this on my 12 in 12, what you want to call it. So, Meg, I will have already asked you by now, and if I know, I'll put the picture here of what she's picked, but I am going to still keep Meg's pick as Meg's pick, because it's not fair that just sub Meg out when she's giving me a recommendation. So, that's that on that. The battery's dying. I don't know why I started filming without checking the battery, but I'll be back to go through my TBR rolls. So, friends, we're back. We're going to get into the rolls for May the TBR. Okie. So we have a stitch marker because that's the smallest thing I've got. We've got 2 D6s, but we need to get a D10 first. So bear with. Okay, we got a sparkly little D10 with a little bee inside, because it's springtime. So I don't know how we're gonna start with 4 planets. That is a 9. So a 9 is all the way down here at Camino. We're starting off shit. 0 is 10, and that is Jeffa. I'm never doing this. Number 7 is Naboo. And then back to Jeffa. Okay? So we've got to go from Exegol to Camino to Jeffa to Naboo to Jeffa again. Okay, friends, let's go. I don't know how many rolls I'm going to do. I haven't decided yet. First roll, we have an 8. Ignore the rickety. Let's go this way. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. Oh, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we got a double. Ah! First planet, Camino. What are we gonna do? So the first planet we got to was Camino, the challenge part to the TBR game this year, and I want to be able to do that for 2 of the planets out of the 4. So I think what I've decided for the Camino is I'm gonna have a poll pick, but I'm gonna also pick the prompt, which is Hunter is the prompt for that one, and then Echo, a book that had a cover change. And I think what I'm going to do for that one is I've been trying and failing to read through my Butterfly Book Club book box books. So I'm going to pick 4 of those books with just the covers and take a picture and ask, probably on Gem's Discord or maybe on Becca's new Patreon. Just to let you know, Becca has a Patreon now. And I will leave it all linked below. I'll ask somewhere for people to pick book. And again, if I've already got the response by the time I edit this, the picture will go there of which one I've picked. So we're going to move on to roll number whatever it is to get to planet number 2, which is Jeddah. Not Jeffa, Jeddah. Oakley dokley, we are going for roll number whatever it is for getting us to Jeffa. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If only it was Tatooine we needed to go to, but we don't. We need to get over to Jaffa. Oh no! Look! You can't even look. Becca's brought me good luck. It's Becca's game. The luck has been brought onto Jeffa. What prompt do we need to pick? Sorry if this is really loud. So we got a double again, because the odds were definitely in my favour for this one. And for Jeddah, I picked the prompts. Let me just get my journal out. I picked the prompts. Book with a dust jacket and a book that I think I love. I've been wanting to get to this series for ages. Book 3 is out and on the Broken Binding that I can purchase. And I still haven't read books 1 and 2 yet. But I do need to get a hold of book 3, and this is Judas Blossom by Stephen Arion. This is a Persian inspired fantasy. They're not that thick. I think I also have the audiobook for this number 1. I don't know why I'm not reading it. It sounds like something that I'm going to love. Chels loves this series, and we have similar tastes when it comes to this type of fantasy. So I really, really, really want to get to this, and this is my kick up the butt. So, yeah, that goes onto the TBR shelf, and we're going to go on to how to get to planet number 3. Okay, roll numero something for planet number 3. Oh, you fucking, no, you're not, this is not even rigged. You can see, literally, just, there was not, like, go! Naboo! So for Naboo we had a few prompt options, and I chose Anakin, read a romance. And this is Curse on Lovemaking by Kelly St. Clair. This is one of the spicy romances from the romance subscription for the Butterfly Book Club book box subscription, whatever it's called. And so this isn't going to be included in the poll pick, obviously. That's just going to be the fantasy ones that I want to pick from. But because I only have a few of these ones, and I've already read one of these ones from this subscription, then I think I've only got 2 of these, or 3. So I've decided on choosing this one. There we go. And we're gonna go back to now. We're gonna go back to finally find out if I got back to Jeddah. Okay. Final countdown. No. Oh, we didn't look at this one. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, she did it. She got it. It's a double 1. Do. Oh, I think Becca's game was nice to me for my first time back doing a TBR after a break. It just knew. It was the vibe. The odds were in my favour, guys. It's just, it liked me this month. It knew, the game knew, it just brought me good luck. Because they're like, well, let's give her a break. It's her first TBR game back. It's a bit of an ease into reading properly again, filming. Let's not give her a hard time. So, do you know what? Karma can be a good thing. And I've chosen Creighton's Son. A big book that will make you unsociable is the one that I chose for that one. And boy, did I choose a one. This is Herald by Rob J. Hayes. And this is the trilogy of trilogies. It's part of that whole series. And it also has had a cover change technically. But I could have chosen it for that, but I didn't. I have wanted to read this since I backed the Kickstarter for this. I backed the Kickstarter, got the ebooks, and this was supposed to be read last month because I did film a TBR last month, and I picked some prompts out of my physical TBR jar, and I just never got around to reading them, so that sucks for me. But I've been wanting to read this for ages. I read one of the novellas, and I can't remember which one I read. I think I read, there's a certain order you're supposed to read them in, but I don't even think I paid attention to that order. But anyway, either way, I have this on audio, obviously, and I also have the other novella that's part of this series on audio. And the trilogy of trilogies is like, you can read all the first ones, then all the second ones, then all the third ones, because they all link. Why he's done this to himself, I don't know, but I am so obsessed with this guy's writing. Rob J. Hayes is just, what I've read so far has been top tier shit. So, hence the reason why we're doing another series of his for the It's All About Fantasy read along, because it's just epic. So, there we go. That's that on that. So that is my May the TBR be with you for now. What I am going to try and do is, I'm going to pick some prompts out of my physical TBR jar again, because I have a lot, and I just realised there's also some in here, some that needs to go in here that I haven't added yet from books that I've just purchased. Not every book in here is a book that I need to read, because obviously as the year goes on, as the months go on, I will pick things off my shelf anyway. So if I pick a book that I've already read, I'll pick another one, obviously. But what I will be doing during the month as well is I probably will try and do a week of where I just roll for the Star Wars read along, for Becca's read along. We'll see. We'll see what we will see. But I have the audiobook for Quicksilver by Callie Hart. That was Emma's pick, and obviously because she's an actual legend, this also fits the book with one word prompt. So I don't even have to pick another book for this, because it's quite a thick one actually. I'm really hoping I like this series, this book, because I've heard mixed reviews, and there's different people that I like. There's different people that I have similar taste to that have also given differing opinions. So this is a wild card for me in some respects, but I am so excited. Oh, I need to take that sticker off as well. Oh my God. So let's jump into some physically fit. What I'm going to do is, last month I did choose some books that I wanted to read, and I'm just going to quickly go through them with you. I did pick Of Gods and Monsters by James Zavi. That was one that was picked out of my TBR jar, so I need to put that back technically. The other one was Stones of Light by Zach Argyle. I do still have, we're on 26 now. I do still have time to read this, but I'm currently in the middle of reading the last James Islington book for the It's All About Fantasy book club. So I don't know if I will get to this, but I'm not going to put the prompt back in, the book back in, because it's definitely one I'm going to read in May, because I'm going to, I can't. I've just reread book 1 in order to read book 2, so I'm not gonna then not read book 2 and then have to do that whole thing again. Does that make sense? Yes. Another book that I'm keeping on my TBR is The Monsters We Feed by Thomas Howard Riley. I absolutely adore Rebreak Immortals. He's coming out with some more stuff and I'm just so excited. I do have two more of his books. Do I? Do I? Yes. The Light of Casaban and this. And this is small, so compared to the behemoth that he... So I need to read that as well. But those... The Monsters We Feed is a physical read. Stones of Light is an audiobook read. Because Zach Argyle has a YouTube, and I will leave it links down below. That some of the fantasy books are available on YouTube for free, and his whole series is on there because he's the one who's created the channel. So there's a couple of indie authors on there that have put their books on there for people to listen to. So if you want to listen to the Threadlight trilogy, all 3 books are on Zach's channel. I will link it down below as well. So let me just... I don't want to dig too deep because I'm going to throw them out. Let's just pop that over there. Let's try and see what we see. Ooh! We've got Seeds of War by J.L. F. Silver. I'm so sorry. I can't pronounce his name. And it's literally behind me. Just here. It is here. I think I also have the audiobook for this. Are you surprised? We're really not. So this works out well because I've been wanting to get around to this for... feels like a millennia, and book 2 is already out, I think, and it's a beautiful velvety matte indie book, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. Stupid Lisa needs to get brain and gear and read it. Let's go, let's rock and roll. I am gonna say though, because it's my game, no, it's not really a game, is it? But if there's one that I pull that I'm really just not in the mood for, I'm not gonna force myself through it, so I'm just going to put it back and change it. But this one I am in the mood for. So this is Extraordinary by V.E. Schwab. That is literally just like the smallest graphic novel ever. So that's fun. I do have it up on my Schwab shelf up there. And I'm going to get it down in a bit and put it on my TBR shelf. But let's pick another one. So how many books is that now? I think that's 12. We'll just pick another 2. And if it ends up turning out to be an odd number, I'll pick another one during the... Ooh! Fun! Fun. The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. I do have that somewhere on my shelves. So I'm really excited for this. Becca loves this series. And I purchased book 1 because of Becca. I did have the arc for book 1. But I did also then just purchase book 1 as well. For why? Because I can. And this is the last one I'm picking. For now. Let me see what this is. Ooh, another indie book. Cool. No Heart for a Thief by James Lloyd Dooling. And this one, here we go. This, I think this is quite dark. It feels like it might be dark, but I don't know. We shall see what we shall see when we see it. So, we've got a couple of indie books on here. I do also think I may have the audiobook for this. I will try and mix media this if I can. So, this is the indie book stack that we've got going on. That's like the high fantasy stuff. We've got Herald, Stones of Light, We Are Monsters, They Are Upside Down, No The Monsters We Feed, Seeds of War, and No Heart for a Thief. I am excited about all of these, and I think, apart from The Monsters We Feed, I have them all on audio, which is Shemaze Balls. I might... Do I repick this? And we're going to repick this. Are we going to repick this? We are. Bear with. 2 ticks. I'm going to get my spinner wheel up. And we're going to repick. Because I'm not in the mood for that one. I didn't actually take that off my spinner wheel. So this is fun. Let's spin. Wow. That was the shittiest spin in the world. There we go. Can you tell what this is about? I have no idea. This one is, there's King of Monsters. Stunning. This actually came with like 2 alternative covers. So there's this one. And then there's like, it's all black with like a gloss. And then that's the naked hardcover. Do we know what Make Me is about? Do we know what Make Me is about? We do. And we're going in with a little bit of trepidation. So, I'm really glad that I got this copy. Because if you can see that this is not the best cover. There's a horse in the background. I know not what this is for. So let's just read the synopsis so together, should we? We shall! Beauty and the Beast meets Hades and Persephone in this shifter fantasy romance standalone. Whoop whoop whoop, it's not a series. A god wants me dead. Ha ha! My ancestors stole half his soul, then imprisoned him in Tartarus, thinking he'd been forgotten. That he could never return. They were wrong. R.I.P. The day he rips open a portal between our worlds, my life is over. As the current guardian of his cursed soul, my head is on the chopping block, but there's a snag in his plan. This dark god believes he's my fated mate. Wata! I don't know what that noise was. When not, but he refuses to take no for an answer. When he kidnaps my cousin, I'm forced to make a deal. To rescue her, I've spent 6 months in Tartarus, pretending to be his mate, his queen. Saving both our lives means fake dating the king of monsters. The real danger comes when my modern day Hades makes it clear that he wants not just my life, but my love. That was never part of the bargain, but with every stolen kiss and forbidden touch, I just might be handing him my heart. Is this going to be cheesy, paranormal, fun, fine, fresh, funky, fabulous stuff? Yes, probably. Is it going to be the best written thing in the world? I'm going to say no, probably not. But I think I'm going to have a rocking good time with the monsters, the shifters. So that's that on that. That is how, what, where, why. That's a TBR. I'm lying. That is not the whole TBR. The whole TBR is Blood Marked by Tracy Dion. I'm doing a read-along, buddy read, that's the thing, buddy read with a few people. The group has grown. There's Ash, Becca, Emma, Tori, Saipan, Meg. There's a few people in the group that are doing the buddy read, and we read Legendborn in April, we're reading Bloodmarked in May, and Oathbound in June. I've literally just finished reading Legendborn. I'm so glad I reread that before reading book 2, because I forgot the majority of what happened in that book. Like, the really important things, like the ending. Like what happened in the end. But I did also forget how very intense it is on like feelings and grief, and like everything is very intense in that book. But I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to move on to book 2. So that is going to be on the cards for June, May. I am also reading the next in the series for the Rob J. Hayes to the Esker books. I can't remember this. Book 2 is going to go here. We're reading Along the Razor's Edge in May for the live show in June. No. We're reading Along the Razor's Edge in April for May, and then we're going to have a live show for the second book in June, but we're reading it in May. You know how read-alongs work. Do you know what? Literally, when you don't film for a while, my English is not good at the best of times. The best of the good, yeah. I don't know if there's anything else. If there is, apologies. I will insert something here to call myself out on being an absolute pleb. I have a journal I can write this stuff in. That I should write this stuff in. But I'm like, oh yeah, I'll film first, then I'll write in my why? Why do this to yourself when you know retaining information for certain things is just not, it's not always my jam, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking forward to every single book that I'm going to be reading next month. Including this. Is it going to be one that I keep? Maybe not. I'm going to go in with mid to low expectations, but if I don't like it, I can sell it on Vinted, maybe. If not, I can use it as firewood. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, I would never burn a book. Anyway, I'm going. I'm going to sort my TBR shelf out, take off the books that I read last month, and put on the books that I'm reading for this next month. Oh god, anyway, if you do like me, you want to see more of me, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you're here and you want to let me know you're here but you don't have anything to say, please leave a black heart, very much appreciated. And until next time, enjoy what you're doing, I will see you what comes next. I think that's my outro, I don't know.